Hey guys, today we're going to be reviewing the Nanrobot D4 Plus Max. So before we actually ride the scooter, first we're going to look at everything it really has to offer. The D4 Plus Max comes with 10-inch tires that both have motors in them, so it's dual motor. It comes with a peg here, under like decor lights. It has a turn signal there, and then another one there, and just overall like lights. There are your brake lights. Here's like the underglow light, and then coming over to the front, you have the main headlight, which is genuinely pretty bright. Coming over to the front of the scooter, you have the same 10-inch hub motor wheel. The scooter claims to go 40 miles per hour, but I typically see speeds of around 36. Over here, we have the mechanism that helps us fold the bars down so you can fit it in your car or something. And then coming up over here, we have on the left side, you have a really nice grip. You have your rear brake. Over here, you have your voltage meter and then ignition. You have your lights here. Here's your turn signal. And then there's your horn. Coming over to the middle, you have a heads-on display, which I can turn on. For some reason, it naturally goes to kilometers an hour, which is pretty annoying, but it's not that hard to change it to miles per hour. You have to go into settings, change it, and then go back. Here's just a phone stand I have attached for the scooter. And then over here, you have your front brake, your power button, gear changers, and then over here is your throttle. The scooter has a dual motor mode, so right now it's in dual. If you hold the gear up button, it changes to single, and then if you press it again, it goes back to dual. Here's your battery life, speed, how many miles you have on the scooter. And yeah, overall, that's what the Nanrobot D4 Plus Max has to offer when it just comes to the scooter itself. So now we'll get on and we'll see how it rides. So actually getting on the scooter, it feels really fast and the acceleration on it is really smooth. It takes a little bit to get used to in the start, but when you're actually riding, it does feel pretty nice. The turning on it feels really smooth and the suspension on it feels really nice. The brakes are obviously really good on it and it's very nice. The steering's good, though a steering dampener would be nice because a little crack and then you're basically dead if you have speed wobble. But overall, just riding it feels really nice. It feels really smooth. I got this scooter around 3 weeks ago. So I've been riding it to school in the mornings and home afterwards, and I can say I have not had any issues. The only noticeable issues I've been experiencing on it is just the claim top speed. I typically go 36. I don't really go the fastest speed that I want to go. We'll go on the grass for a bit. But yeah, and the only other issue I'm experiencing with it is the fact that the settings never want to change. So whenever I turn it on, I always have to change it from kilometers an hour to miles per hour. It's just pretty annoying and it's just kind of a hassle to deal with. But the scooter runs pretty well. The suspension on it feels great. Just going through this grass alone, it feels relatively smooth and everything. And going onto the road, it's a road, so it's decently smooth. When it comes to potholes and stuff, the wheels are only 10 inches, but it is relatively smooth, which is pretty nice. I'll go as fast as I can here. Yeah, 33 is kind of underwhelming, but it's to be expected. I emailed customer support asking oh, is there any changes you can do on it to actually have it to save? And they said from a survey they did something to they tweaked the controls, so they probably just limited the speed a bit, which is kind of underwhelming. I see the scooter occasionally going, most of the time 34 actually, but sometimes 36. It just really depends on your speed and all of that. So I wish they could change the listing on that, but it's whatever. The scooter's still really good. The specs on it claim that it goes 40 miles per hour and has a 40-mile range, which I can agree that the range on it is accurate. I have like 137 miles on it already. So, and I've went to several places like for hours riding at a time, and the range is really what it claims. There's a car behind me, so I have to go fast. Go through here. You know, overall that ride felt really smooth, really quick. You know, overall it rides pretty nicely on gravel. Actually my first time on this trail. I've never like went on it before. Oh, I thought that was another trail. That was a fun little gravel trail. I'll see if there's any other trails I can go on. I saw another one earlier, so I'll just go back there. Here it is. Yeah, no, honestly, it handles it really nicely. I don't know where this leads to the side. Seems like there's something here. So the audio cut off in this part, but overall, I feel like the scooter handled the off-road really well. I'm sorry for the low camera angle, but this trail was really not well maintained at all. It was really bumpy and unsmooth. Well, I mean, that's how most dirt trails are, but there was a lot of like rocks and then fallen tree branches, so I really had to like get off and pick the scooter up, which it is really heavy. I forgot to mention this thing weighs like 75 pounds. But I feel like it handled the off-road really well. Since the tires are actually inflated instead of being rubber, it does provide like a really nice smooth riding experience. Just the bars do shake a little, but I'm pretty sure you can tighten up the bolts at the bottom and it'll be good. But overall, I feel like the scooter handled the off-road really nicely, and I feel like it's a great experience for going on like green level bike trails. I didn't hit really any jumps with it, but I feel like it can definitely handle some jumps. So overall, I feel like the scooter is genuinely really good, especially for $1,300. Its top speed is pretty good because, I mean, who is going to have to go 40 miles per hour just everywhere you go? I feel like 34 is reasonable, but I might change it in the future. The off-roading on it and suspension and the brakes are amazing. It's just the only issue I have with it is the settings really don't want to save whenever you turn the display off, so it's just kind of annoying. Knowing that I live in America where we use miles per hour instead of kilometers an hour, it's just kind of a hassle to have to adjust everything. The acceleration of the scooter also feels pretty good too. Just overall, it's very solid. It's just when off-roading, the bars do wobble just a little bit, but overall, the scooter rides really good over all sorts of terrain. It's really good for off-roading. The suspension on it's great, and overall, I feel like it's a really solid scooter for the price. This is my first video on my channel, so if you liked it, make sure you let me know in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe. If you want to see more like this, I will be uploading more videos, and if you have any tips for me, then you can obviously leave those in the comments down below.